Hello, welcome to my 3D Amuser channel. This project series is called Blue, and I was really inspired by this project by watching Ghost in the Shell. I want to create something geisha as well as something related to Alien. That was my inspiration. So what I did to get started, I looked up some images on the internet. I'm going to show you the inspirations, but I'm going to give credits to all the people. So this is one of my inspiration image because it has like a kind of like a geisha quality to it, to the fabric. So I want to go something like this. And this is some concept somebody did. I don't know. I think this is a concept artist. Credits to him. And I also inspired by the skin as well as the patterns in it and some kind of like a alien skin. And I also collected a bunch of reference on the internet which get me inspired as well. So this is another image. It's kind of inspired as well, and so I went with it. And yeah, and this is another image. It was my inspiration as well. It has like a kind of like an alien princess as well, and it has like nice fabric quality to it. This is where I got my inspiration from, and I went from it. To get started, what I did was I created the creature edge separately. So I'm going to show you the creature edge. So this is the fabric part, and so if you could see, this is the edge I have. I'm going to change the material to see it better. So there you go. So if you see, there's nothing super crazy here. I want to keep it basic because I want to do a lot of things in the texturing and the shading side than doing it here. And I also use this creature as well. So I kept the head and eye separate part, and this is the iris, and if you could see, this is the loris. So I go here, I go to loris, so you can see it does like a nice topology to it. It's from GeoMeasure. I didn't do any topology because it's just a concept, and I also want to learn doing something kind of different and new. If I would have done for production, I would have did a topology on top of this, but I'm not worried about doing this now. So after what I did, once I have the ad, so I went to Lightbox, Tool, and I went to Julie here. So I had a base mesh here. So what I did was I took this on my head and combined it together, and I created a base mesh in using GeoMeasure. So if you could see, so this is the base mesh I got from ZBrush. So if you see, it's not like super. So I also poster as well. So this is the final post I was happy with. It's kind of neutral. I didn't want anything crazy because I don't want to do anything crazy post. So if you see, still she is in her heels. So after I did this, I took this mesh and brought her to Marvelous Designer. Now you could see this is the final image. I forgot to add this part in my renders, so I didn't do with this one, but I'm gonna add the pattern name. So if you see, this is how she got the fabric from here. So if you see, it's kind of like a really neat. It has like a nice quality to it. So I'm going to show you how I created this. So what I did, I created this pattern first. So if you don't know Marvelous Designer, I created a basic user interface on how to create shirts and pants using Marvelous Designer. I will have a link in this description so you guys can go and watch. So from here, what I did, I created this pattern, based on a shape and I mirrored it on the other side. So I always do symmetric pattern. Symmetric, what it does, if you changing something on one side, it's going to affect on the other side as well. So since my particle distance is really high, so it's going to slows down a bit. So I created one side. So this is the front part of it. So I copied and pasted on the other side. So I created a different shape. So and I stitched it. So if you don't know Marvel Designer, go and check my other tutorials, then you will have some ideas. So that's how the front part is created. So after that, what I did, I created this hand pad. So hand pad, now this is, if you see, go this side. So this is one pattern here. So if you see the pattern, this is, so it goes skinnier, and I want, like, you know, a big hole at the bottom. So that's my concept. So I did that. I duplicated on the other side and I stitched it across. So I did the same thing on the other side as well. And what I did, I also created 2D pattern lines using this. It's called internal polygon line. And I created another fabric and I stitched it to that one. So once I stitched it, you could see we have a different fabric, different pattern for everything, and it also created cool details in it as well. So you can see everything here. So yeah, that's it. So once I have everything, I exported my fabric pattern. So this is where it gets tricky. So I'm going to show the process in the next tutorial, how to export Geo from Marvel Designer to Maya as well as to ZBrush. I'm going to call it a day for the first part of this tutorial, and I'll see you in the next one. If you like this tutorial, please like, subscribe, and comment below. And if you have any questions regarding what I talked about, please hit me at 3amuser@gmail.com, and I will happy to help you or to solve your problem. Thanks for watching, guys.